Bitcoin will hit $28,000 and correct. Welcome back to CryptoWealthy channel, guys. In today's episode, we're going to do something fun. We're going to do a little bit predictions over here, especially from Max KEISER. What could Bitcoin reach? What he has to say about the predictions, because the predictions has started since the Bitcoin went over $10,000. So we're gonna have a little bit fun and play with it also, even so I'm not such a big fan of predictions. And now let's begin. So Bitcoin will hit 28k and correct, then hit six figures. Max KEISER. Bitcoin's price current surge, which has so far topped out at 11,380, is destined to continue beyond its all-time highs. The Wall Street veteran predicts. It seems like the Wall Street is a little bit more into the Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin BTC will not stop rising until it hits 28k. Max KEISER believes as the largest cryptocurrency gains over 20% in a week. In a series of tweets on July 27th, the famously outspoken host of the KEISER report forecast that BTC USD was headed for six figures after a correction period near $30,000. Wow. Analysts BTC price is getting very interesting. As Cointelegraph noted on Monday, gold is a part of a safe haven boom which is seeing impressive performance across assets as the US dollar weakness. Another giant stimulus injection from the Federal Reserve inflating the money supply has combined with geopolitical tensions and the ongoing coronavirus outbreak to produce unease among investors. At press time, BTC USD was circling around $11,000, as you can see over here, and after reaching its local high of 11,380 overnight. That was this night actually. For Cointelegraph markets analyst Philb, however, even flipping slightly lower levels as support would be a turning point for Bitcoin, with 10,500 formally marking several resistance. Breakout 10,500, the level that needs to become support, then things get really interesting. He wrote on his Telegram trading channel. This is the stuff that I wanted to mention on the charts. I didn't even read this sentence over here, so we're going to jump on the charts to see what can we predict from the price. This could be big excitement. So if we switch on the charts over here, what we can see on the Bitcoin price that we are still above $10,500, which is perfectly fine for now. We are on the weekly chart, and if we switch on daily chart, the thing that we can see is correction. We are correcting since 11,000 almost 500, and we did retest $10,500 with direct retest. Now, the things that you need to understand about retesters, there are two kind of retesters in technical analysis, and one of them is the direct retest. As we can see over here on the candle, it seems like we are missing a little bit part, but that could be also counted as a direct retest. And you have also round retest. The round retest is the thing when the candles are going away from the level of support, then comes back, retest it, bounce, and go on the way to the upside or on the downside, depends which trend the price is in. Now, the thing that I expect from the Bitcoin is to stay above $10,500, because if we break on the way to the downside again, if we see this as some sort of a fake out over here, then we could potentially break further on the downside towards $8,000 to see bigger correction, but I don't think that's the case right now because we went too parabolically. And also I do expect 20 exponential moving average to be retested above $10,500. I would like so much to see 20 exponential moving average above $10,500. So which means if the Bitcoin price managed to surge a little bit further away from $10,500, we will see that kind of a correction again to $10,500, and most probably the bounce again on the way to the upside to actually secure gains for the bears and push on the way to the upside. Right now over here, Max KEISER or KEISER, whatever you want to call him, predicted 28k. Now, how is that possible? We're going to see here on the charts how is possible for the Bitcoin to reach such a high price. Over here we are going to see $28,000 is not such a big price when it comes to the post-halving push for the Bitcoin, because every time we had such a pushes after halving, we had a pretty good parabolic move. He didn't mention which date he is expecting this to, but if it comes to the whole cycle, I don't think that the 28k as it says over here is such a big price for the Bitcoin. I do expect much higher prices, but over here he also said that it's going to correct and go towards $100,000, which is more also realistic because BLX chart tunnel is showing us that the level of resistance on some sort of a way there is standing somewhere around there. I think it's $80,000, but $100,000 is also pretty expectable for the Bitcoin. Now, what Bitcoin needs to do to actually reach such a prices over here, we're going to go through that immediately. So as you can see over here, we were expecting $10,500 to break as soon as it's possible, and actually that happened. On some sort of a way, we had an ascending triangle together with that resistance, and the Bitcoin managed to break it. Now we need to wait and see to actually establish level of support. That's the most important thing. If we establish level of support on $10,500 and continuously starts growing on the way to the upside, building the level of support and path towards $15,000, that is going to be something very important. Now the next big and major level of resistance that we had after these prices is $14,000. $14,000 is the peak that we had in the 24th June 2019, or let's say exactly 1 year ago, and there we topped out and pushed on the way to the downside, unfortunately, into this falling wedge formation. Now, if Bitcoin managed to establish the level of support on these prices over here on these levels, then we're probably going to have fight for $14,000, because many are actually mentioning $14,000. It's on some sort of way going to be psychological level just because of such a big talk about $14,000. If we manage to break this week over here, which I do strongly believe that we will, as the time pass by, that means that every single day we are approaching to much bigger effect of the halving. That's very important, because that ratio will help us to reach 28K, 20K first, of course, and then 3 digits in the Bitcoin price. Now, after we establish this level over here, we're going to put a level of resistance right now, and if we manage to actually climb above it, find level of support, then the next stop is 20K. We don't have any sort of a resistance on the way to the upside whatsoever. Actually, we don't even have resistance right now because we broke all important resistances over here. So 20 and 28K is pretty possible right now. We don't even have a FOMO yet, and we are still above $10,500, which is insane because there is no resistance on the way to the upside. Of course, we could expect some sort of a correction on the way to the downside, which will slow us down to reach such a levels, but 20K, 28K, and even $100,000 for a little bit long term are totally possible because there are no resistances. The halving is gonna take effect also. Adoption, the new money, and everything will probably push us towards those prices. Of course, you need to be very careful not to follow the FOMO crowd because that could be devastating for you. For now, observe those levels, because if we manage to find level of support over here on the weekly and daily chart, we are probably heading ourselves towards 20K. Interesting thing is happening on the weekly chart with the MACD. We are just actually starting to have our rally, and we are already on $10,500, even higher than that. So that's very important to understand, because we are still not in the major rally. We're just breaking those resistances, and we are already here on the beginning. We have plenty of space to actually push price on the way to the upside. Still not in overbought zone, and we could tolerate a little bit overbought zone as we had over here and over here also in 2017, but I think those indicators will be totally irrational once we hit the bigger prices and FOMO hits in. Then that means that this indicator should not be followed, because it's not going to show us the correct informations that we need on the charts. So yeah, exciting times ahead of us, guys. What do you think? Where could we go? What is your prediction over here? What altcoin are you investing in, or are you investing only in Bitcoin? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would like to know that. What is your story behind the Bitcoin? What do you think? Where are we going in the next months or so? Because 2021 is still far away, at least 5 months until 2021. So we have still plenty of space to actually move to the upside. I think this is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. There is nothing special in the cryptocurrency market to discuss about right now, but we are going to cover everything we have just to give you a content every single day. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Check out our latest video, especially about the poll follow and quantum blockchain that they are building on over here. They have many interesting stuff. We're not sponsored by them, but we are endorsing their blockchain. I want to thank each last one of you for watching our videos. And until the next episode, happy trading and goodbye.